Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Megan, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I hope this is good because I am quite hungry. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yam around about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, well, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means that I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. That is definitely the case today. I got off work about an hour and a half ago now. And, I knew that I needed to pick up some supplies. Originally, I was just going to pop over to Walmart real quick, just grab a couple things. But I was like, you know what? For one thing, it's further out of the way. And then on top of that, I had some stuff I wanted to look for at a local supermarket, a place called Jewel. It's a local supermarket chain to Illinois. And I've reviewed stuff from there before. And, I like to look around and see what they got. And one thing that they've got is they have a nice little, kind of fresh food section, pre-made stuff. And I reviewed a couple of their sub sandwiches from there, and so I was looking around to see what else they had. So, what am I reviewing for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, folks, it happens to be, boom, it's sandwiches. They're pretzel bun sandwiches. They're all fancy. These are, turkey, bacon, and cheddar pretzel duo sandwich. Cost me $5 for both of these. That's not too bad, provided that they're good. And then, I guess as far as I can tell, these are from Jewel, so, I'm guessing they're made in-house and then packaged? I don't know, actually. I'm not sure how the whole thing works, but I'm going to go with them being from Jewel, and what with them being from Jewel and Jewel being a local establishment, that means that this review is going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist, which is a playlist for just local establishments to Illinois, kind of highlighting them a little bit. So, let's take a look at these. We got some mustard and some mayo. I'll probably be foregoing those, not that I'm against them or anything, but, just for the sake of the review, I want to taste the doings. So let's try to get a thing for the thing. And hell, actually, here's what we'll do. I do appreciate a good pretzel bun. You can immediately smell it, too, which is really nice. Looks like this. And that'll be the thing for the thing. Let's try one of these out. I will say the bacon is... Am I supposed to cook you? Can't be the case, right? Because the bacon just looks very not cooked. And now, maybe that's just... It says ready to eat, so to hell with it. Let's go with it. I guess maybe that's just some kind of anemic looking bacon. Pretzel bun, media game changer. It has that nice pretzel taste to it. Gives a lot. Plus, I appreciate it's got the little extra, large grains of salt on it. So you get not only a nice burst of salty flavor, but on top of that, it adds a nice textural aspect to it, too, because it gives it a little crunchiness. Credit where it's due, you get a good amount of protein in there, especially for $5. That's a lot of turkey. Turkey tastes good. Genuinely, that's definitely some deli turkey. Cheddar. Not bad. That's some genuinely sharp cheddar. Works nicely with this, it's not being overpowered by the rest of it. Fundamentally, it's not like this is, reinventing the wheel or anything like that. It's fairly basic flavor. It's just, you just gotta do them right. Gotta use good ingredients. Now, the bacon, I haven't really had a proper bite of yet, so let's... The bacon is in there, but it's definitely the least impressive part of this. The sad thing is like, despite it looking a little bit anemic, like, it doesn't look like it's terrible, quality bacon or anything. But yeah, it's not much of a standout. Kind of adds, gives a little extra meatiness, a little extra saltiness. It's better there than it's not, but it's definitely the least impressive aspect of this whole thing, because you're not getting enough of it, and then, like, it's not crispy, it's not, so yeah, it's kind of almost ethereal. It's there, but every other aspect of this is adding more to it than that is. With the exception of maybe the lettuce, but even the lettuce, it's actually crisp and fresh, so, like, yeah, I mean, with the exception of being a little bit disappointed by the bacon, the rest of it's honestly really nice. I like the flavor of the turkey. Not the best turkey I've ever had or anything, but it's got a decent flavor to it. The pretzel one is definitely the hero, for sure. I can see why they paired that with this whole thing, because I think without that, it'd still be okay. But with the pretzel bun, it tilts it over the edge from just being kind of an okay into something I would say is actually properly good. Again, it's nothing crazy. There's not a lot of bells and whistles to it, but just, it showcases, hey, if you go over there, you prepare it properly, you use some decent stuff, you get a better outcome. Like I said, the one big thing is just the bacon. I think they definitely could have done better with that. But for $5, maybe they couldn't. Two questions have to be asked, though. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I'm going to go with yes and yes. I think I preferred the subs that I had that I reviewed, which, by the way, should be at this point uploaded on my channel already. So go watch those reviews if you're interested. Yeah, I think I got more out of those overall. But, like, for these, I like them for what they are. I really like the pretzel bun aspect, as I've mentioned numerous times now. And then just kind of beyond that, like, it's a nice sandwich, and, like, even though they're, like, little, kind of like quasi-mini sandwiches, you get a lot, and the fact that you get two of them for $5, like, that in and of itself really kind of pushes it over the edge for me, is like, yeah, I could see myself going over there, because in terms of value for money, this is worth way more than $5. Way more than $5. It's not the best sandwich I've ever had or ever going to have, but I have paid way more for way worse than what I'm getting out of this. So, when you consider that it's, a nice sandwich, it's tasty, it's doing some nice things to it, maybe it could be, spruce up a little bit here or there, but then on top of that, oh wait, it cost me $5 for two. Yeah, I would get it again for sure. And if I'm recommending it to somebody, I think this is one of those things where, it just like what I was saying for myself, the value really comes into play here, because for $5, I'm a fat guy, so I can wolf through both of these pretty easily. But for, like, a normal human being with, like, restraint and discipline, you could eat one of these and be perfectly happy. And, you got two people in the car, go over there, buy one of these for $5, now you got them both fed. Yeah, man, I think in terms of the, the value and the price and the point and everything, like, that's just, it's tasty sandwich for a good price. And I think we can all appreciate that, especially in the times we live in right now. So, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year, folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly pretzel bun-tastic rest of your life. Just pretzel buns are good. They're just, come on now. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, That's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your opinion on pretzel buns? Are you a fan? Do you think they're just a bit bougie and they're not worth it? These days it's not nearly as much of a thing, but, back maybe like 10, 15 years ago, you started seeing them more. Even fast food places started, popping them in. These days, not really all that crazy of a thing. Wendy's, they have their pretzel baconator. Culver's, they'll do like a pretzel bun type of thing here and there, I'm a fan, obviously. I like it. I think it's, especially when it's done well, so. But I'd be interested to hear your comments. Well, read your comments, hear your thoughts. You know what I mean.